Okay, here is a headline that I would just love to be true. But as we know, that is one of our red flags for whether or not it is true, is that I can immediately identify who would really like for this to be true. It says 20 million Muslims march against ISIS, and the mainstream media completely ignores it. Now, I'm an American, and as an American, I live in, or I am connected to a society that often exaggerates the link between Islam and terrorism, and I'm frequently trying to point out to acquaintances who may not know as many Muslim people as I do that that the correlation between being Muslim and being a terrorist is far, far less convincing than the media would have them believe. So this headline really, really appeals to me, and I want to just click share, tell everybody that this is true. But when I actually examine this source, it does raise some red flags. And one is that I want it to be true. But another is this Waking Times Media. Waking Times, this sounds to me like a biased source immediately. And 20 million, this is just such an insane number. So, I mean, all over the news just recently was the Women's March on January 21st, and that had only 3 million people. And so this 20 million is just such a large number. But when I look, so it's sensational to me. It's such a huge thing. And also, I'm always a little skeptical when people say the mainstream media completely ignores it. I need to check out why that might be. If it was a real news source, it seems like media would want to show it. So I have that it's sensational. I know who stands to benefit. I know that it is partisan. People who are against the Islamic phobic tone in the U.S. would be in favor of this. This source, look at these ads on the side. I mean, this is clearly, this is not the most professional looking or news type source. And it had a banner ad across the top. I'm not sure about this source. And of course, my prior knowledge, I told you this 20 million is just too big a number to match well with my prior knowledge. So I want to find out about it. So I got down here and I found a few details, this Karbala Arbadin, and so I put that into my search terms in order to find out what's going on over here. And so when I looked at this, I found MSN, I found some different things, but when I scrolled down here, I actually saw this march is fake, Snopes. Okay, so I've got some things I need to check out. So the first thing that I did was check out, here's a source, that one wasn't my favorite, this one. Look, here's the Independent. This is what everybody keeps saying, this appeared in the Independent. But this says, millions of Muslims take part in a mass pilgrimage in spite of ISIS. So what these people are doing here, the original source says they're on a pilgrimage, not that they're on a protest. And it says that it does it in spite of ISIS, not in order to protest ISIS. So I feel a little skeptical. And then when I saw on my list that I've got a Snopes article about this, I want to check out my Snopes article. Snopes is a myth-busting article, if you can recall. And it says, Snopes.com, fact checkers say claim is mostly false. So here's what's false. The pilgrimage was not a massive protest against ISIS, nor did a media blackout prevent news agencies from covering the event. And it tells you more information about that. So for me, this article, in spite of my very much wanting it to be true, I don't believe that it is.